I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and make a quick video. And first of all, I need to do something that I really should have done from the very get-go, and I didn't do it, and I feel a little bit guilty about it. But there's a wonderful site for horror movies called Frightmares On Celluloid. Okay? Now, it's a really good site. If you love horror movies, there's movie reviews, there's posts, there's all kinds of wonderful things on it. It's available on Facebook. You can look up their site, everything else. It's wonderful. And I'm not saying that only because they published 3 movie reviews that I've written for them, but the people within the group are just wonderful, and I gotta give nothing but sincere gratitude and a great shout out to them. Here I was, just another guy who liked horror movies and stuff, and they actually took the time to give me the chance to write movie reviews and look through them, edit them. If there was anything there worth publishing, they did, and I'm truly thankful to them for that. And like a lot of people, I really had a dream to want to be a writer, and this was a way for me to live my dream, was to write. And I'm writing about horror movies, which is, one of my greatest passions in life. So, it's like, that's like the American, it doesn't get any better than that, you're doing what you love, If you love writing, you're writing, and, you're writing about what you love, which for me is horror movies. So, but anyway, I strongly urge anybody who watches, these videos, check them out. They're awesome. It's just so good. Again, it's Frightmares On Celluloid. If nothing else, you can find them on Facebook. It's really good. So anyway, now that I got done with that, and also thank you to Adrienne Del Rio for she was the one who gave me the chance in the first place. So even though she says I don't need to thank her, no, I do. Okay, I owe you for that. You took a chance on me, and I owe you for that. Okay, so another quick thing here is just I wanted to talk real quick. This is not a movie review, but I just had a quick thought about this movie right here. Okay, George Romero's Night of the Living Dead that we all remember from 1968. Okay, the movie that pretty much started the whole zombie genre. Of course, what the hell am I doing? I'm telling you something you don't already know. But anyway, though, it's just that it's a great movie. It's a classic. I mean, yeah, there are some people, they admit it's not their cup of tea, but or there are a lot of people out there who say, well, it was okay, but Dawn of the Dead was better, or people are like, no, sorry, to me the only zombie program I ever watched would be Walking Dead. You got a lot of people like that, but we all know that pretty much what we know is the zombie mythos today we have because of Night of the Living Dead. But there was always one thing about the movie that really bugged me, was that a lot of people, George Romero included, was that he always said that he and John Russo wrote really poor female characters in this movie. And to be truthfully honest, I don't get that. Well, Barbara trips and she loses her shoes and all the other kind of stuff. It's like, I've watched the movie bunches of times. It's a great movie. I love it, but I don't really see the women in a negative way in this movie. I really don't, because it's like, well, Barbara's running, but it's not like, dude, I remember the first time I watched that movie when I was a little kid, and she gets into the car in the cemetery. She's trying to get away, and she thinks to pull the emergency brake. Now, when I was a kid thinking about it, it's like, had I been in that situation, the idea of pulling the emergency brake never would have occurred to me. But she did, okay? And at least it gave her a little bit of a head start, okay? So to me, I thought that was clever. And she gets out. She doesn't just stand there. It's like, I've seen zombie movies where the women are just basically standing there waiting to get eaten. I mean, like, oh my God. The other day I was watching Night of the Living Dead 3D. But the ending shot of the movie, you have the female character just standing there waiting for the door to open, and the zombies come out and they're like, whoa, and they reach out and they get her, and you hear her screaming and all that kind of stuff, and the movie ends. She just stands there, you know? She doesn't move, she doesn't run, she doesn't do anything. She just stands there and lets herself get eaten. Barbara didn't do that, okay? Even in 1960s, Barbara did not do that, okay? She got out and she hauled ass. She ran, okay? She ran as fast as she could, and she found the farmhouse, and she went in the farmhouse. Okay. And like another thing is, well, she's comatose for the whole movie and stuff like that. It's like, for a good portion of it, yeah. But at the end of the movie, when the zombies are breaking in and everything is going to hell and everything else, it's like, yeah, she's comatose, which I would understand that. If I watched my brother get murdered in front of me by zombies, I probably would be too. You know, we don't know what we're going to do in that situation. We all want to think that we're going to be like Daryl Dixon or Rick Grimes, but who knows what we're going to do in that situation until we ever get into it. But anyway, though, it's like she does go catatonic through a lot of the movie, but you know what? You know, when they're starting to come in and everything, what does she do? She snaps out of it. She snaps out of it, she gets up and she fights. You know, she's, to me, she's not a wimp and she's not an idiot or anything like that. She fights. She goes down fighting, you know. So it's like, I never thought of her as a really bad female character or anything like that. I always thought of her as a hero. You know, she was one of the heroes of the movie, you know. Which kind of makes it all the more tragic in that she dies at the end of the movie, you know. But the other female characters, too, I didn't really have any kind of, like, hate for or anything like that. I mean, you know, okay, I mean, we all watched the movie and we know that Harry Cooper is right, that they, you know, should have been in the basement, but he was such a dick about it, okay? And Helen, the entire time, she's basically like, this is the situation we're in, and what are you doing to help? Okay? You know, stop standing here pissing and whining and do something to help get us out of this situation that we're in. And it's like the very first thing she does when she sees Ben for the first time, what does she do? She, you know, the first thing out of her mouth, she asks, what can I do to help? Is there anything I can do to help? And, I mean, she's trying to cooperate. She's trying to be part of the team, and she's trying to, you know, for good or for bad, she's trying to, you know, make the best of her situation. Okay? So I don't see the downside with Helen Cooper either. You know, I didn't particularly think she was a bad character. Okay? Now, I'm sorry she couldn't just, you know, pull out 25 machine guns and start blasting them all down, you know, and everything else. And then there's the character of Judy, who, you know, it's like, of course men are going to be attracted to her because her character is basically like, I don't know everything that's going on, but, you know, it's like, I'm willing to help, I'm willing to be part of the team, and, you know, I love my man and I'm going to stand by him, you know, even to the death. Which, you know, I mean, of course, you know, like a lot of men go for, so maybe that's got something to do with it, but Judy was never really, to me, a bad character. I never had anything against Judy. I always liked her too. So I mean, I'm not taking away from the Tom Savini remake because I do have it, and it is a great movie. It's definitely one of the better remakes ever made. But you know, and I had nothing against Patricia Tallman or the way she played Barbara and kind of turning her into female Rambo, which, you know, I mean, we already saw that with pretty much Sarah in Day of the Dead, you know, and it had already been kind of going around at that point, but you know, but I didn't mind the remake or anything like that. But I just kind of get weirded out when people are talking about the original Night of the Living Dead, and they're saying that you know, the female characters are weak and they're dumb and they all make the wrong decisions and this and that, and you know, and the women, you know, it's really a poor portrayal of women and everything else. But it's all like, you know, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective because I'm a guy. I don't know. But just to me, it was like, I never hated the female characters in the movie. I didn't have any problems with them. I thought they were good characters. You know, yeah, Barbara goes catatonic, but she snaps out of it, you know, and tries to help out, and she fights to the death. You have Helen Cooper, who, you know, basically, I mean, you know, she doesn't know everything that's going on, but I mean, for crying out loud, at least she's willing to get off her butt and help. She's willing to make an effort, okay? And then you have Judy, who also, too, she's willing to help. You know, yeah, she doesn't, you know, she's not entirely sure of the situation, but, you know, she loves her man, she supports him, you know, that kind of thing, and, you know, even goes with him to the death. I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, you know, but, I don't know. Maybe I got it totally wrong. I don't know. I'm not trying to offend women or anybody like that. It was just a thought that I had, but, hey, Night of the Living Dead still rocks. You know, it's still a good movie. But, yeah, I think it's about time for me to let you go. I've gone on long enough. But to close out, again, support Frightmares on Celluloid. It's a great site. You know, they're on Facebook. You can look them up. And I just wanted to thank everybody for watching, and take care and party on.